Phrasal verbs in action. Number 1. Number 21 all the way to number 30. We have Big Ben's job. Number 2. How did the budgie escape? How did the budgie escape? Number 2. A quarrel, a reconciliation, the treasure hunt 2, the treasure hunt 3, the treasure hunt 4, faster and slower. Let us get this started with now. Alright, let's start off with number 21. Here we have Big Ben's job. Now Big Ben's job, here we have take out, eat up, watch over, and that's it. So let's get this explaining thing to do. Take out means that you go ahead and you are you're bringing them, exiting the house, you're bringing them out of that place, wherever that may be. Eat up means that you eat. You eat. Watch over means that you go ahead and you look over them. So he's doing a bad job watching over this cricket. And then, yeah, that's about it. I also take them out for a walk every day to make sure they stay fit and healthy. I set them a good example at meal times. I always eat up everything on my plate. At night, I watch over them and keep them safe from harm. Yes, I take pride in doing a good job for my family. I'm glad too that they appreciate the job I do. Alright, number 22, we have How did the budgie escape? Lucy Smith had... let's first talk about phrasal verbs. We have look for, listen out for, and finally look up. Now, here's how this works. When you go ahead and you look up for somewhere, that means that you go ahead, or when you go ahead and you look for something, that means that you go ahead and search for it. Whereas when you listen out for something, that means that you decide to search something by listening to it, wherever it may be. And then look up, it means that you go ahead and you see it by looking up. Like I'm looking up right now. Lucy Smith had a pet budgie called Percy. One day she had a terrible shock. The door of Percy's cage was open. Percy himself had flown away. He can't have gone far, said Lucy's dad. We'll help you look for him. I've got a better idea, said Lucy's mom. We'll find him quicker if we listen out for him. Sure enough, they heard a soft whistle. They looked up and saw Percy sitting on a high shelf. This was a high shelf, but now suddenly Percy's on a roof. Dang. Alright, number 22. How did the budgie escape? That's right, this is number 23. How did the budgie escape? Number 2. Lucy's dad climbed the ladder to get Percy down. He put him back in his cage. Lucy was very relieved, but she still wanted to know who had let Percy out. Lucy's little brother owned up. He had climbed on a chair and opened the cage door because he wanted to stroke Percy. And Percy looks super happy right now, because he had freedom. Alright. Now get down means that you go down. You go ahead and you walk down. Put back means that you go ahead and you return him to his original place. Let out means escape, like let him out, let him exit. And own up means confess. Lucy's dad. Okay, I read it already. Next up, we have number 24. The topic here, a quarrel. We have get on, fell out, keep apart, and calm down. Now, when you get on something, that means that you go ahead and you not get along with each other. You are great friends with each other. You guys hit with each other. You guys have the same interests with each other, and you guys are pretty friendly with each other. Fell out means that you go ahead and you guys break your friendship. You guys become angry at each other for a while. And then keep apart means that you stay away from that person. And when you calm down, that means that you are not angry, but you're still angry, but your outside emotions are pretty neutral. Tom and David aren't friends. They used to get on, but they don't anymore. They fell out over a game of football. They both want to be the goalkeeper. There was nearly a fight about it. Their friends had to keep them apart. Eventually, Tom and David calmed down, but they still refused to shake hands. Dang. And number 25, we have a reconciliation. Here we have smooth over, join in, and agree on. Now, what does this mean? This means that, well, this really doesn't mean much, does it? First off, let's start off with made up. Made up is like you go ahead and resolve your issues. Smooth over means that you go ahead and you make things to go ahead and make the wrinkles go away. Then you have join in, and when you join in, that means that you decide to go ahead and join them. You decide to go ahead and enter these boys in their football games, and agree on means you guys go ahead and you think that both of you are correct, and you both think the same thing is correct. Tom and David have made up. They are just as good friends as they were before. Everyone is asking what happened to smooth things over between them. Another boy called Steve arrived and asked if he could join in when the boys played football. Steve was a much better goalkeeper than either Tom or David. That was something Tom and David could easily agree on. Alright, next up we have number 26, the treasure hunt 1. And number 27, treasure hunt 2. Number 28 is treasure hunt number 3. And number 29 is treasure hunt number 4. Here we have the phrasal verbs came across. Open out, looks like, stands for. Now, when you come across something, that means that you go ahead and you find it while you're searching for something else, not exactly going ahead and trying to search for that. When you open up something, that means that you go ahead and you open it up, like as I open a book, or you open your iPad to go ahead and turn it on. It's different from turn on, so you have to go ahead and literally open it. You have to go ahead and open it to be actually used as phrasal verb. And then you have looks like. It looks like means the resemblance between things, or it actually is. And stands for means that something means something else, shorthand for something else. Jill came across a piece of paper folded inside a very old book. She called her 2 brothers to come and look. They carefully opened out the piece of paper and laid it on the table in front of them. This looks like a map. I'm sure it looks like a map. I think it's a map of the garden of this house. It's a treasure map. That's why there's a big cross on it. The cross stands for buried treasure. That's so true. Alright, next up we have number 27, the treasure hunt number 2. Here we have the phrasal verbs hunt for, get together, pace out. Now, when you go ahead and you hunt for something, that means that you go ahead and you search for it with all your mind, with all your knowledge. When you get together, it means that you just form a team together. And then when you pace out, it means that you are a coward, or at least coward enough to go ahead and not hit someone when they were pretty banged up. And then this. Not much of a lead to go on, isn't it? Alright, and next up, number 28, we have the treasure hunt. Now, the treasure hunt, number 3, means here we have the phrasal verbs. We have call out, scrape away, dig out, and prize off. Now, when you call out for someone, that means that you scream for that person, usually by screaming out their name. And then when you scrape away something, that means that you go ahead and you put away, like scrape away, that means you go ahead and slowly put away the excess stuff on the tomb. And then when you dig out something, that means that you go ahead and you get that thing to go ahead and be digged out by actual professionals. Whereas when you pierce off that thing, well, you're doomed. You can't replace like a 500-year-old China, but he can try. The hole was getting quite deep. Then Paul struck something with his spade. It made a sound like metal. Peter called out to Jill to come and look. Carefully, they stepped away, and the earth from around the object. It was a metal box. The boys finished digging it. It was old, rusty, and heavy. The boys put it on the ground beside the hole. Jill wondered if they could prise off the lid without a spade. And find number 29. The treasure hunt. Here we have the words cram with, give away, date back to, and hand over. Now, what I mean by this, when you cram something with something, that means that you go ahead and make it feel full. And you can't exactly contribute that, can you? And then number 27 goes ahead and tells you, 29 goes ahead and tells you that that's not exactly how life works. Here's the Power Rangers. Here's the comic. The children asked their father to help them open the box. Hey, treasure, like a pirate. When they opened it, they found that it was crammed with old coins. Look at all that money. Can you spend it, or will we have to give it away? Definitely you have to give it away if you're going to be an honorable. You can't spend it. These coins are very old. They could date back to Roman times. And their father said they should hand the coins over to the experts to the museum. The experts will be able to tell them what the coins were and whether they were valuable. Now here's my intuition for these coins. Looking at them, they're either fakes, or someone goes ahead and put them down there after they got their inheritance money. And their inheritance money is a bunch of old Roman coins that might have been fakes. What I expect the museum to say is, we can't accept fakes. Go ahead and sell it off. Next up, we have this phrasal word, and this is number 30, the final one for today. Here we have these phrasal verbs. Driving along, speed up, slow down, and held up. Now, when you're driving along a road, like say in this situation, a car, that means that you go ahead and you're following the road. You're going ahead and you're driving it down the road, and you're following the rules and regulations set by the road. Now, when you speed up, that means that you go ahead. That means that you go ahead and you're moving very fast, like from 50 miles per hour That's a little too fast already. 30 miles per hour all the way to 45 and then to 50 and so on. And finally, we have slow down and held up. Slow down means that you go ahead and you're decreasing your speed, like the reverse of earlier, from 50 to 45 to 30. And then you have held up. Held up means that you're being paused, in this case, a traffic jam. You're stuck in here and you can't exactly move. In this case, they're stuck because there's a bunch of traffic and they are stuck in this traffic jam. Here's the example comic. Mr. Strong is driving along his car with his family. He looks at his watch. He sees that it is later than he thought. Mrs. Strong speeds up. Soon they are traveling very fast. Slow down, George. I'd rather be a little late than have an accident. Sounds like a very responsible mother, in my opinion. Doesn't matter anyway. We're going to be held up for this traffic jam by ages. And that's it. This is the next set of words for next time. And until then, 希望 peace. Bye bye.